What's going on, brother? You doing okay?
Nah, I'm doing well. And yourself?
Hey, doing good, man. Doing good. Hey, thank you, man, for
Excellent.
taking this time out to do the interview today. Thank you. I really appreciate
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I've been looking forward to doing the interview for a long while, man. So thanks for having me on. It's
Yes,
quite an
man.
honor.
Definitely, man. I appreciate it. Me and one of my coworkers, we've been saying we're gonna break this down, and because we're usually in Atlanta like at least a week or a month, and
Okay.
we're gonna do it there, but we haven't done it yet. we have, yeah, we've been keeping it out pretty much here in Nashville, but hopefully next time, man, hope we can get a part two. Maybe we can do it there. Yeah, I see that wrap on there. That's nice, man.
I appreciate you, man. I
Yeah.
had the logo made by FinPrint
Mm-hmm.
and then blew it up and put it on the truck myself. Well, not myself, but yeah.
Really?
Um, yeah. I went ahead and had them do my logo,
Mm-hmm.
and then so I had them do my logo. Let me blow your picture back up. Here we go. So I can see what's going on.
Okay.
Had them do my logo. So they did this, and then we designed the shirt afterwards. The logo took me a better part of 10 years to come up with, man. 8, 9, 10 years. I couldn't decide on a logo. I wanted it to look professional, but still stand out.
It looks good.
And that's what did it, man. That's what the final product was. It's on both sides, and then it's on the other side with the tank too. I'll show you around it. But
Oh,
here's my rig. Got the two blue machines are 12 gallons per minute, and then the red Honda, that's 10. So it's a total of 34 gallons per minute on the back of this rig.
gosh.
Um, those are custom made machines, which I also sell. Kind of like the Air Force Ones of the industry. You come to me if you wanted your machine to be modified.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so if you wanted your machine modified before you got it, so everything comes from the manufacturer clean, and they warranty everything. So you still get it brand new. You don't have to buy it and then take it to the shop, take off the components, say the unloader, or you know, they come painted and everything. You know what I mean? Everything's already slammed together with the warranty from the manufacturer. So I've got another buddy. He's got one. He's got his. So you see, mine are blue, right?
Yeah.
And all right. So we call it pressure washathon. It's about 10 of us, 10 different companies. We get together once a year and we wash this disabled children's camp for charity. They have 2 campuses, so we're on the second campus today. We watched all these buildings. That's a gymnasium. There's a couple of the guys here. Cafeteria, cabins we've washed. I washed all the brown buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the cafeteria here. I just washed the cafeteria, the stone wall in the front. But yeah, I'll show you this guy's machine. I did his Wet and Wild. That's my partner. So we did his machine, which is this one. It's got the green
That's a nice rig.
with the black base. And he wanted a black hose. And then he put additional stuff. So he's got different components on here that some people you can't buy them. You have to buy it separate.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you take that warranty machine apart, kind of expire your warranty. So in this way, he got everything already put together. Delivered to him from Florida and everything. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Those look like some really nice rigs.
Yeah, that one's a monster. I helped them build that thing, man. There's quite a few of them here. The white truck, this is Sunbright. Sunbright, he's got quite a few fleets here. He runs Isuzu trucks and does a lot of commercial buildings in Atlanta. And then the black Chevy, that is a man under pressure with his son. He's on top of the truck right now. All the boys are here, man. It's crazy. On a Saturday morning, we got out of here like 6 o'clock this morning.
And Craig, if you would just tell us a little bit about yourself and some things about you and the name of your business.
Bear with me. I'm just trying to get away from a bunch of guys. I'm the owner of Blast Pressure Washing. We started in, I would say, 2013 officially. I was working construction and desk job. I don't know what you call it, selling roofs, gutters, siding, and doors. And just the money wasn't right. And I had a kid on the way, so it was time to find something that paid. And I picked up pressure washing and never turned back. Taught some of my children how to wash, and it's a family business, man. It's a family-owned business. We do a lot of pressure washing, cleaning and sanding of exquisite stone pool decks. Sealing is my new, I would say new, but it's my newfound hobby, passion. I do a great job at it. Sealing is a lot of fun. So, you know, a couple of my guys here as well. More about myself. 42 years old, live in Atlanta, Georgia. Got a wife, 4 kids, beautiful wife, 4 kids, big family. My family's spread out across the Eastern Seaboard. So it's about any state I go to, there's somebody I know. Other than that, hit me with some questions, man.
All right, awesome. Hey, what inspired you to start a pressure washing business, or is it? I mean, what's the best terminology to use? I know today we hear soft wash and other things.
Yeah, I don't soft wash. I downstream, so there is a difference. I'll call in a soft washer. But I started pressure washing. Jeez, bro. What's going on, Perry? What's going on, man? It's my brother Perry, man.
What's up, man?
What's happening? How are you?
What's up, bro?
How
you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
going on, man?
Good afternoon. Let me see what time it is. Good top of the AM to you.
Hey, good morning to you, brothers. How y'all doing? Hey,
all is
that's a
well,
good
man.
cause
We
too,
out here
man.
doing what we do.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a great cause too. Also as well, man. What y'all doing this morning? That's a great cause.
No,
Indeed. I'll let y'all get back to it.
appreciate it. Hey,
indeed.
man, next time, get him.
Oh yeah, let's go.
You'll get
Be
a
happy
full
to.
2 hours worth of video. You might need a whole season. Yeah, man, sounds good, brother. So what inspired me to start washing? When I was doing construction, I was the back-end foreman for a builder, and he didn't have anybody to do the pressure washing, so he told me, find a pressure washer. Right around the same week that my other job, selling roofs, gutters, doors, and siding, that boss said to me, well, 2 people have called this week talking about they want pressure washing since the dumpster pad got removed out of their driveway from having their roof replaced. All right, so I called around town. There was only 2 pressure washers in the city at that point. The pressure washers told me no, they're not going to do it. So the boss is like, all right, take the company card, go rent a machine over here at Home Depot. And so I did that, and I did the jobs, the 2 driveways, and I still had, I think, the machine for the rest of the weekend. So I went and did some of the washes for the pool builder. I mean, for the construction, the driveways and the walkway. Okay. In that amount of time, I made, in those 3 days, I made more than I make in 2 weeks between 2 jobs that I've been working for the better part of 3 years. So it opened my eyes to the fact that there was money and there wasn't enough guys out there to do it. So I stuck with it, quit both jobs, and never turned back, man. It's fed my family. It's had its highs, it's had its lows, but I think a good portion of the highs have been networking with this group of brothers I'm with now. And instead of, fighting for work, we team up and we tackle massive projects, like amphitheaters, hotels, parking decks. And, we just, we mesh well together. We have a good vibe. So that's how I got into washing. And once I found this team of guys, it's a support system you can't put a value on.
Amen. Man, that is awesome. What is some of the areas that you work? Do you do more residential, more commercial, or a mixture of both?
Here, let me walk away from this guy's truck. That rig is so loud. Yeah, I'm gonna work my way up there.
Okay.
All right, now I can hear you much better. So some of the areas I work are, I would say right now I do a whole lot of new pool construction cleanup. Again, it's pool construction. I clean up behind the major pool builders in Georgia. Some of them also located in North Carolina and in Tennessee. I'll clean the exquisite stone pool decks. We're talking travertine, marble, porcelain. Clean them, put poly sand in the joints, and then we seal them. That's where I do a whole lot of work. I really don't have a lot of time to wash houses like I used to enjoy doing. So I'm trying to tackle numerous pools for numerous pool builders. I'm like the fine line after they say they're done and they're trying to get their final check. So that's what I do a lot of. If I pick up a wash, typically it's going to be an apartment complex. So I do shoot out of state for a select few builders. One of which he's nationwide, so I'll go anywhere. I've taken this rig right here to Houston, Texas, and you can ask my buddy Thaddeus. I've made the run to Texas. I've done apartment complexes in Tennessee, Georgia, Florida is the last one we just did, Orlando. I did 2 apartment complexes in Orlando. Next is Sarasota, West Palm Beach, before year's end. And then apparently there's 2 more apartment complexes that have just been bought in. And I guess, they buy these apartment complexes for Section 8 subsidized housing, and they turn them into luxury apartments. So it's gentrification at its finest, but it's kind of nice being a part of it. I hate to say it, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it, so I might as well see me. But yeah, I try to help out my regular residential customers best I can. But it doesn't always work out timing wise. I have quite a few. They'll get on my schedule early in the year, and I'll make time for them and go hang out in their yard, play around. But it's tricky for me to spot when I could be at one place and make pretty good amount of money in a day or two, but most of it doesn't even involve my pressure washer. When I'm cleaning these pool decks, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, you mentioned that. You say you do a lot of sealing the pool.
Yes.
Would that be something similar to like maybe like a floor ceiling or in that area, something similar to that?
Similar, yes. If we were inside, it would be considered like sealing in a tile shower.
Okay.
If the tile's marble, so if you have a marble tile shower, you could have it sealed so that water doesn't penetrate your grout, and then you get the mold growing in your grout, and you have to get your grout replaced. What we do is we put poly sand down between the joints or between the pavers. Pavers are going to be like your tiles, And instead of grout, we use poly sand. It's a sand with glue mixed in, and the glue is activated by moisture, water. Spread the sand out with push brooms so it falls down into the cracks or the joints, whichever you want to call them. And then once you got it properly, what's the term here? Once you properly got the sand spread, you can activate the sand with water, and then within 20 minutes you can seal it all shut. And that's what I specialize in right now is paver maintenance and new construction pool deck installation. Like I do the cleaning, final touches on it.
Oh man, that is awesome. I think I've seen a few videos how they use those push brooms and use that type of sand. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yep.
really cool. I've done a project at my home like at with pavers and I've never done it right. We didn't do it right. I think we used just regular sand instead of that particular sand that you're speaking of.
Well, you know what? In some
Mhm.
places, like in Florida, they do use regular play sand, or they have it. It's not play sand; it appears to be play sand, but it's something else. And when they seal it, the sealant bonds the sand into place. So what I find is there'll be quite a few places you could go in Florida where the sand, if it's not done right or the sealant fails, that sand just washes out when a heavy rain comes. But I get it. That it's just different places have different stone as well, different bricks, different block. Here in Georgia, we get some really good natural stone. It's big, it's thick, it's heavy. We have to do it. All right, there's my man Leslie. He's the one that put on the whole show. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, man, he's the head of the snake of this whole charity event that we do.
That's all. Oh yes, if you would tell us about the charity event this morning. I know we spoke about it off camera. If you could tell us about what you're doing this morning.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll share with that. So basically we are a group of about 10 pressure washers, professional pressure washers. We get together. I don't know how I got my aunt's picture on the video now, but I don't see you no more.
I think she's on. I think she made it off camera. Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
Auntie, how'd you take over my spotlight, Auntie?
I'm good. I'm not taking over anything. I'm just here to watch my nephew do his thing. Love you.
Oh, I see you. All right. How are you? Love you. All right. So let me see. So we're at a charity event. 10 professional pressure wash companies. We come together once a year and we wash for Camp Twin Lakes, which is a disabled children's camp here in Atlanta, outskirts of Georgia. The camp is specially designed just for kids with disabilities, all wide varieties of disabilities, cancers, all kind of different problems. And these kids can come here and they can stay for 2 weeks with their assistant or whoever helps them the most. And what they do is everything a kid would do: zip line, canoe, kayak, fish, arts and crafts, fly kites. They stay here. This is the cafeteria. These are the cabins, staff cabins. And we come out, we wash for them for free. And we ask our, followers online or our previous customers to donate to Camp Twin Lakes to raise awareness and to help fund the camp, because it is completely taken or paid for by, I think, the state for all the children to attend. So the camp doesn't have the money to come and have people clean, but it's hard for a parent to send their kid away for 2 weeks to a place that's filthy. So we play our part. We come by once a year and we clean the camp. Cool part is this year they have us on their second campus because the other campus still looks good from our last wash. So, yeah, that's pretty much Camp Twin Lakes pressure washathon. That's what we do. This is the third year, and we
Man,
love
that
it.
is awesome.
Every one of the guys, we enjoy it.
That's awesome. I really commend you for that, and you guys, and that's really awesome. That inspires. It definitely inspires me. Make me and maybe some of my buddies need to get together and do something like that. Something just like that in cleaning and janitorial. Definitely commend you.
It's important. It's important to give back. It really is important to give back, and it makes a huge difference. These folks are super appreciative. I get, they take care of lunch. Breakfast was taken care of. We got a police escort in to town.
Wow.
Last year, we had a police escort for something like 35, 40 miles across 3 or 4 counties. At 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, they were shutting down intersection. We just blowing through towns to get into the camp. It's amazing. They go above and beyond. There was fireworks last year. I have no idea what they have in store for us this year. This is just kind of, you just kind of come, show up and show out, and they love it. It's a really good way to give back and fill your own heart with pride and rub elbows with some of your guys. And we built a heck of a brotherhood around it. That's all I can really say.
That is awesome. That is really awesome. I know earlier we were speaking. What are some of your avenues? What are some of the channels that you use to market yourself in the pressure washer business that you can speak
I'm
of?
so unorthodox. I do no advertising whatsoever. My advertisement is word of mouth.
Mhm.
You can find my page on, what is it, Nextdoor, the app. I have something like 290 or 240 positive reviews.
Awesome.
That is pretty much it. That and the truck with my logo.
That's a good advertisement by itself.
My shirts. But I'm not on Google. I don't have a Google listing. I don't do marketing campaigns. I don't email people. I'm kind of more the guy that I'm elusive, and I take pride in that. When you're looking for me, you have to find me or get my information from someone else. And that also helps with my price point. When people are like, "Gosh, you're expensive." I mean, well, what did you expect? And another way it helps me also is when everybody else gets booked
Mhm.
at the beginning of the season and you can't find a pressure washer, so-and-so knows somebody that's available, and that's usually me. And I mean, I just charge accordingly. If I'm available, I'll take care of it, but this is my price. And one of the things I learned was to stick to your price.
Hey, what are you doing on here?
Hey, good morning.
What's going on, Leslie? That's Leslie. That's the man under
Let me get
pressure.
away with it.
He's over here at Camp
Hey,
Twin
good
Lake.
morning.
Okay. What's going on, guys?
What's
This
up,
is
man?
Clean Team Podcast.
Okay, yeah. Hey, this is Clean Freaks Podcast. I think you just showed them on the card a little while ago, huh?
Say again? Yes, they
I
just
think
drove
you
by
just
in the
showed them on
buggy.
the card. Yes.
Yep.
Hey, it's good. It's good
Yeah,
to meet
they're
you,
all
man.
tuning in.
Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, that's awesome what you all are doing out there. That is really awesome. It's really commendable.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it. Where are you out at? Where are you located at?
I'm in Nashville right now, but we do service the Atlanta area as well. We have a small crew there too. Yes.
Well, look, next time maybe you can get up with us.
Definitely. Yes. That's why I was telling Craig that I was hoping to interview him in person, when I'm there working there. But yeah, definitely, man. Next time that we're there, we'd love to interview you all.
Well, I'll be
So,
maybe y'all can come out to camp next year and clean some too with us.
I would that would be good.
I'm sure
Yeah.
we can find a spot for him, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We do more janitorial, but I've done
Okay.
a little pressure washing in my day.
I got you. I got you. Well, look, man, I appreciate you and have a good one.
Yeah, man. Les, we just finished talking about Pressure with a Purpose, Pressure Washathon. If you wanted to shout that out and just talk about what it is and what it's all about, man.
Yeah,
Man,
please, please.
we it's just all about giving back. I said, man, we know, this place does so much stuff for others. Is that a dog? Sure, it's a little puppy dog. It does so much. I mean, the amount of people whose lives this place affects, it's just just astronomical. So we feel we had to do our part and make sure that these kids have a good place to come and spend the summer.
If you could give us some information that maybe some of the listeners, if they want to become a volunteer or help you guys out, if you can give some
Sure.
information on that.
I'll get Craig's got all my info. Craig's got all my info, man, and you just get in touch with me whenever.
So, Les, if people wanted to donate, where would they go to donate?
You just go straight to Camp Twin Lakes. I mean, I donate to me, but if you want to donate to this camp, you just go straight through Camp Twin Lakes. And it's camp. You can find it on social media, and you can find it at camptwinlakes.com.
Perfect. All right, I'll meet you inside for lunch in a little bit, buddy.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
You do the same, man. Appreciate you coming out, man.
So
all right, so where we at?
Okay, yeah. Force employees, do you do most of your work yourself, or do you have a crew?
I do a lot of the work myself. My son does jump in. His name's Raphael. He jumps in. I've got another son named Adrian. He's learning the ropes this year and last year. I also bring my boys out. There's a lot of stuff I do not do, like climb roofs. My feet stay on the ground. Big shout out to Perry with affordable paint and pressure washing, APP. You met him a little earlier. He does a massive amount of help for me. I call him in to do cleaning before I'll hit a pool deck or some pavers. So he'll come in, tackle it. Or better yet, if I have a really large job, Raphael's not available, Perry says, let's go, let's get it. If he's got availability, we jump right in and we tackle big gigs together. We also work with Rich Wash. He comes in, helps out. He does a lot of automobile cleaning, house washes. And I even want to say these guys have some crazy commercial contracts, but that's a whole nother episode. Like I said, you could have a whole season with Perry, man. he's got a lot of content, brother. Affordable paint and pressure washing. Same thing with the Men Under Pressure. A lot of these, that's pretty much what I end up doing is I'll tackle what I can handle and I'll give the guys something. And sometimes, what happens is the guys say, hey, let's go do this job and you can tackle this. And, one hand washes the other and it works out real good, It's one way to stay busy. A lot of times, I myself will be out far away from home by myself and 2-3 day jobs. But you know what? It has balance. You know what I mean? There's balance to it.
Awesome. That's awesome. What excuse me. What are some of the profitable services that you perform?
What are some profitable services?
Correct.
Pressure washing, first and foremost, is very profitable because it doesn't the overhead to get in is not crazy expensive. You can get a starter setup for a really smoking one for $5,000, but if you know the right people, you could get a starter setup for $2,000. So for me, I would say pressure washing first and foremost, but that's the basis for a lot of other industries that need pressure washing. So if you have skills in other things like painting or staining, those may be more lucrative, higher ticket items. For me, my pressure washing is a foot in the door to the pool building industry, where I am sanding the pavers behind the masons, installing them, and then we seal it afterwards. So right there, the sanding and the sealing, paver maintenance is pretty much what I offer. Sealing is the most lucrative. It's also the most expensive because I use the world's best sealant, and I also warranty it for a year after it's been installed. And they also get a 2-year manufacturer warranty as long as the product Techniseal is applied by an authorized Techniseal technician. And I got my certificate about 2 years ago. I got my certificate about 2 years ago. It took me 3 years to get my certification with
Wow.
Techniseal. Whereas many other sealant companies will certify you in a 4 to 6 hour class on a Friday afternoon. I had to actually have my rep come and look at my jobs and my process 6 different times on 6 different locations with 6 different products on each process. So the cleaning process, the sanding process, and the sealing process. If you're familiar with masonry products, Belgard makes pavers. The same company that makes Belgard makes Techniseal. Techniseal also makes Polysand, and Techniseal is the original patent holder in Polysand, and they just so happen to have the world's greatest sealant as well. I'm not just advertising that; it really is. It really is really good.
Very
So,
good.
those are the services I offer: is pressure washing, sanding, and sealing.
Awesome. What advice would you give someone that's maybe starting out? Or maybe if you can tell us, how did you start out? What equipment, what equipment do you have to have, as far as starting out? And what equipment can wait on?
Okay. That's a good one. Let's see. I started out with a machine after I returned the rental machine that my boss paid for. I called my wife's uncle, Uncle Kuko, and I told him I had this brilliant idea. Uncle Kuko owns a commercial cleaning company, much like yourself. Okay. And he said, come on over to my shop. I said, okay. So I go over to his shop. He's like, I want to show you something. Pull this out. And he had this pressure washer that was big and fancy. Pull it out, grab that hose, grab that little stick. Follow me. So we go outside to the parking lot. He's like, plug that into the building, plug it into the machine, plug that hose into the machine, plug the other end into the stick. Okay, everything's connected. Turn the water on, pull the machine. And then he told me to pack it up, put it in the truck. That was mine. Take care of his nieces and nephews.
Amen.
And that was my first machine. So I would say to anyone, the first thing you need is a 5-gallon per minute pressure washer. 4 gallons, you're going to be there taking a long time. All right. You need a 5-gallon per minute pressure washer. You need 100 feet of contractor hose or garden hose coming off of the machine going to the house. You could start with 100 foot of pressure hose or even 50 until you get, another $100 to buy yourself a second hose. But I have 200 feet of hose on my machine, so I don't have to stop and disconnect. I can basically wrap around the house and then come back the other way.
Wow.
And all my stuff is bolted to my truck, so it's got to be able to park on the street. So basically, to start your own business, you would need the pressure washer itself, the hoses, and then you need a wand, which is the gun, to trim. I wouldn't recommend you using the wand to wash a driveway. You want to get a surface cleaner. A 20-inch surface cleaner is really good. I have 36-inch surface cleaners. I have 2 of them. Mine are made out of aircraft carrier grade aluminum. I've had them both for 10 years, and they're super low maintenance. Just not everybody likes them. They're not for everybody, which is understandable. So, for starter business, I would suggest surface cleaner. That's going to be your first attachment you want to buy so you can get driveways done faster. Once you've got those kind of things all in hand, you can advertise. That's probably going to be your next best thing. I found Nextdoor, the app, was great because it got the people talking, especially in your own neighborhood. You let your customer write a review, and it spreads like wildfire, especially in where the area that I'm from, Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Windward, Chattahoochee area in Georgia. It was a real good boost for my business, and I didn't have to pay a dime to do it. And it was all I did was just send a link to the page, told them to write a review here, and it would post that review in their neighborhood around, their own people, which would put me in a demographic of $700,000 plus homes, up into the $1 million plus homes. And that's pretty much where I got my start and did no advertising and still do to this day. That's what I would say to a guy who's just getting started. Don't quit. There are going to be hard days. My wife will tell you, my first year washing, if I didn't come home bleeding or hurt every single day, I didn't make enough money. Okay. I wasn't happy. Something was wrong. Don't quit, man. It's not an easy game, but it is easy. Once you get the hang of it and you get going, the sky's the limit. And don't be afraid to make friends with other washers. It's not one thing that we here can all agree on, and I say we here at the camp, we can all agree on, is there's more than enough black mold to be washed all across the world that we will never step on each other's toes. I could help you and you could help me, and there's still enough cake for 3 more guys to eat. Okay. And then the best part is it grows back again next year. So there's no need for the competition, the competitiveness. We take pride in helping each other out, because you never know what it can turn into and what it can become.
That is awesome. That's really good. And I like that you all work together. There's no competition. That's something that took me years to realize that. You don't have to. We can work together and not compete. I have to knock each other out.
Yeah. I mean, it can be a dog eat dog world, man. But there's really no need for that, man. And I would say pressure washing is a relatively new industry that's being recognized.
Mm-hmm.
And as it's coming along and developing, when I travel to the States, there's a lot of competition. They don't, I could pull up to a company at the gas station, say hello, hey, how's it going, man? Do you mind if I take a look at your equipment? And they're upset, they're pissed off, tell you to kick rocks. And it's like, wow. It's just not the same love as we have here in Atlanta. I wish it was like that all the places, but taking in stride, man. When I went out to Texas to subcontract some work out, I had 2 companies say they weren't interested in teaming up with another company to do the job. They'd rather try and fish the lead for me and take it themselves. But again, that job that I have with that guy is for life. My battery's about to die on my phone. I just hit 5%, brother.
Okay. Hey, all right. I understand. Hey, and thank you so much for your time, and I'll definitely look for a second interview from you. If you would leave our listeners and everyone that's listening, that if you would leave maybe your contact information and how they can follow you through social media, and maybe last again, you can plug in the benefit that you're doing this morning.
Awesome. We'll do. Craig Small, Blast Pressure Washing. You can find me on Instagram at ABE622 or Blast Pressure Washing ATL, or Nextdoor, the app, Blast Pressure Washing. Today's event that we're working is Pressure with a Purpose, Pressure Washathon. 10 companies come together, and we wash an entire camp for disabled children, completely for free. And we just ask our fans and followers, our previous customers to just donate to the camp, to the cause. That's pretty much what we're doing. We're almost done. I don't know, it's at 12 o'clock. We've been here since 6 a.m. and this campus is, I think, 600 acres, maybe 7. I don't know. I haven't been here before, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen the whole thing.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Look forward to round 2.
Yeah,
have a blessed
absolutely.
day.
I look forward to it too.
All right. God bless.